Welcome to our channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of aviation history and technology. In today's video, we're comparing two legendary aircraft that have shaped the course of aviation warfare: the Soviet Union's MiG-25 and the United States' F-22 Raptor. Both have left indelible marks in their respective eras and continue to be the subjects of great interest for aviation enthusiasts. So buckle up and get ready for an exciting journey as we examine these two titans of the skies, starting with the intriguing story of the MiG-25. Developed based on the MiG-25 Foxbat model, the interceptor jet was once considered one of the biggest threats in history to the United States and its allies, until 1976, when Lieutenant Viktor Ivanovich Belenko executed a historic defection, bringing this aircraft as a valuable gift to the United States and its allies. In the 1980s, during the Cold War era, the United States felt the necessity to possess a new, modern combat aircraft to replace the F-15 Eagle. The goal of the program was to integrate new technologies, including advanced materials, composite systems, electronic flight control systems, and low observability stealth techniques into the design of the next-generation fighter. This led to the development of a modern tactical combat aircraft, the F-22 Raptor. The fact is, after disassembling the MiG-25 into individual components, American experts also agreed that this was a fast aircraft, but had almost no close combat capabilities. Additionally, its electronic technology seemed to lag far behind American aircraft. However, this does not mean that Soviet defense officials were oblivious to the vulnerabilities in their product line. Even before the Americans got their hands on the first MiG-25, they had started researching and testing a fighter jet, not only to overcome the inherent flaws of the previous MiG-25 model, but also to create a superior version. 47 years later, this became the MiG-31, still considered one of the world's finest fighter jets in terms of its non-combat capabilities. The F-22 program was initiated in July 1986, and it involved two contractor teams, one consisting of Rockwell, later merged with Boeing, and General Dynamics, and the other consisting of Northrop and McDonnell Douglas. The competition between these teams resulted in the selection of Lockheed Martin as the prime contractor for the F-22 program. In the United States, through the information provided by Belenko, Americans began to learn about the existence of the MiG-31 based on vague descriptions of a two-seat aircraft capable of intercepting cruise missiles. Thus, without much delay, U.S. surveillance satellites immediately tracked down the mysterious weapon of the Soviet Union. After 4 years of intense competition, in August 1991, the F-22 was declared the winner, and the development and production contract for the modern tactical fighter was awarded. It was initially designated as the YF-22. The first YF-22 aircraft, bearing the tail number 4001, was unveiled at Marietta, Georgia on April 9, 1997, and conducted its maiden flight on September 7, 1997. The first production contract was awarded in September 2000. The F-22 officially entered service with the U.S. Air Force in December 2005. Indeed, these surveillance satellites did not disappoint the Americans, as they quickly discovered a fighter jet that appeared to be the MiG-31 at the Zhukovsky Flight Test Center near the town of Ramenskoye. Shortly afterward, a Norwegian pilot in the Barents Sea in 1985 captured the first photograph of the MiG-31. The F-22 Raptor is a fifth-generation fighter aircraft designed initially to achieve air superiority over the Soviet Union's air forces. However, it was also equipped for ground attack, electronic warfare, and signal reconnaissance missions. The aircraft's development was a major project, involving numerous subcontractors and suppliers from various U.S. states, which created thousands of jobs. However, the testing and design changes of the MiG-31 did not proceed smoothly. After a series of experiments and design changes, it was not until 1979 that the supersonic fighter jet began mass production based on the design of the previous MiG-25 model. Finally, by 1981, the MiG-31, designated Foxhound by NATO, officially became the first fourth-generation combat aircraft to join the Soviet Air Force. Interestingly, even when the MiG-31 was transferred to some air units performing missions on the territories of the Soviet republics, its existence and the technical details of this cutting-edge weapon remained a secret, not only from Western countries but also from the Soviet military itself. Even when the Soviet Union officially ended its historical role, detailed information about this advanced fighter jet remained a mystery to Western defense officials. As for the cost, the F-22 Raptor was not an inexpensive aircraft, with a unit cost of around $150 million in 2009, and it increased to over $180 million by the time of this video. Due to the advanced nature of the aircraft, it became a target for cyber attacks and technology theft. For this reason, the export of the F-22 was prohibited by U.S. federal law to protect its stealth technology and classified features. As a strategic interceptor aircraft of the Soviet Union, the MiG-31 made a significant impression with its rugged appearance, measuring 21.62 meters in length and a maximum takeoff weight of 46.2 tons, over 10 tons heavier than the Su-30 Mk2 heavy fighter jet in the Vietnamese Air Force, and nearly equal to the 46.5-ton weight of the Russian armored combat vehicle BMPT, known as the Terminator. The United States is the only country that owns and operates the F-22 Raptor. However, China produced the Chengdu J-20, often considered a copy of the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor. A Chinese citizen named Su Bin stole the F-22 Raptor's design from Lockheed Martin and transferred it to China. The reason for the MiG-31 Foxhound's heavy weight, exceeding most heavy fighter aircraft, is that this hunting dog has a robust fuselage and many other parts covered with a layer of steel and titanium armor, a metal with a melting temperature of up to 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, along with corrosion resistance and minimal reactivity to acids. Thanks to these materials and a more complex manufacturing process, compared to the MiG-25 predecessor, MiG-31 aircraft can comfortably fly at extremely high speeds without damaging the airframe, as was the case with the MiG-25. The F-22 Raptor is a highly advanced fighter jet designed with specific dimensions, improved operational capabilities, and exceptional speed, making it a valuable asset for countries wishing to possess such a cutting-edge aircraft. It offers high maneuverability and a significant combat radius with the capability for air-to-air combat and various other missions. The MiG-31 operates at a maximum speed of Mach 2.83, surpassing the Mach 2.5 speed of most contemporary fighter jets like the Su-35. However, MiG-31 pilots are advised not to fly at this speed as it can damage the engines. The aircraft has the ability to fly at an alpha angle on the wave motion while still maintaining roll control and performing actions such as the Cobra. It is equipped with two afterburning engines with thrust vectoring, the secondary combustion chamber glass, and reading F-19W100 integrated with maximum thrust vector control, although most sources claim it's around 156 kg named for the engine class, when the maximum speed that the F-22 can reach is 2,415 km per h. The aircraft's structure is designed from high-strength materials to withstand the constant pressure and heat of supersonic flight. A former test pilot of Lockheed's Skunk Works commented that the F-22's speed surpassed its predecessors considerably, surpassing the F-15E by about 1.2 at a time when the F-22's thrust-to-weight ratio was greater than the F-15S. Approximately 1, the F-22's nacelles are large, making it ideal for those who are still struggling with the FA. Furthermore, the MiG-31 boasts an impressive ceiling of up to 20,600 meters, far exceeding that of most 4+ and 5th-generation fighter jets. This capability significantly enhances its combat readiness, especially in missions aimed at intercepting or attacking enemy aircraft formations. MiG-31S with their high operational ceilings can actively assess the situation, including target position, quantity, size, and speed, using an advanced electronically scanned array radar called Zaslon S800, with a maximum detection range of up to 200 kilometers, capable of tracking up to 10 targets simultaneously and engaging up to 4 targets quickly. In terms of electronic systems, it includes an RWR warning system, an APG-77 electronically scanned active phased array radar, and more modern IRS infrared search and track systems. These are considered some of the best features available today for detecting targets at a distance and reducing radar reflectivity, especially for smaller radar signatures that are difficult to jam. To optimize coordination within the squadron, MiG-31S can communicate with each other via data links and radar control, facilitated by the rear-seater pilot. This enables MiG-31S to independently detect and engage aerial targets without the need for ground command. Even in the economic challenges of 1979, the Soviet Union equipped the MiG-31 with infrared search and track systems, IRST, mounted in the nose section, allowing for improved target detection and tracking. The AS-22 Vestigial is equipped with a 6-barrel gun on the right wing, the M61A2H with 480 rounds of ammunition. The weapons it carries for air combat include 6 AIM-120 AMRAAM radar-guided missiles, and 2 AIM-9 Sidewinder heat-seeking missiles. It also carries air-to-ground ordnance, including 2 Joint Direct Attack Munitions, JDAM bombs, or 2 Wind-Corrected Munitions Dispensers, WCMD, adjustable for wind direction. In addition, it can carry 2 external fuel tanks, each with a capacity of about 2,200 kilograms. However, the large payload does impact the aircraft's stealth capabilities to some extent. Moreover, this aircraft has a range of up to 3,000 kilometers, nearly equivalent to the distance from Moscow to Ireland, when equipped with 2 external fuel tanks, eliminating the need for in-flight refueling. This extended range enables MiG-31S to perform extended air defense missions without worrying about fuel depletion during combat. When it comes to maintenance, the F-22 requires maintenance every 3 weeks or after every 300 flight hours. The stealth coating of the F-22 is designed to be more durable and weather-resistant than previous stealth coatings used in earlier stealth aircraft. Nevertheless, the initial stealth coatings still faced issues with rain and humidity. The U.S. Air Force is said to have worked on the coatings to address these issues, but pilots continue to experience these problems, leading to impaired combat effectiveness, health concerns, and in some cases, fatalities. The U.S. Air Force expended significant resources to identify the cause of these symptoms and had a difficult time finding a solution. While being an early fourth-generation fighter, its design accommodates various weapon systems, making it one of the most versatile and formidable modern fighter jets. The MiG-31 can carry numerous advanced missile types, such as the R-33 long-range missiles with a 200-kilometer range, R-40 medium-range missiles with a 60-kilometer range, R-60 short-range missiles with an 8-kilometer range, and a 23mm GSH-623M rotary cannon. Upgraded variants of the MiG-31 can also carry 6 long-range R-37 missiles with a maximum range of 300 kilometers and a maximum speed of Mach 6, or 2 short-range R-73 missiles with a range of 40 kilometers and a supersonic speed of up to Mach 2.5. Notably, with the introduction of the KH-47 hypersonic missile, nicknamed the Dagger, compatible with the MiG-31BM variant, it can penetrate all enemy defense systems. The KH-47 boasts a top speed of Mach 10 and an operational range of over 2,000 kilometers. Critics have cited several design deficiencies. One major concern is the corrosion of this aircraft due to the use of stealth coatings, making maintenance costs very high. U.S. Air Force experts have struggled to address these issues, and the F-22's oxygen system is considered a vulnerability that negatively impacts its combat capabilities. The oxygen system has been linked to hypoxia-like symptoms, also known as Raptor cough. The U.S. Air Force has been working to replace the faulty OBOG's onboard oxygen generation system valve. There is also information suggesting that Russia has upgraded the radar of the MiG-31 to detect up to 24 targets at a distance of 320 kilometers. The onboard computer systems allow pilots to prioritize high-threat targets and launch long-range air-to-air missiles to eliminate them. Moreover, it is said that the F-22 lacks performance in certain areas, with some experts comparing it to the F-15 or F-16 aircraft, especially with respect to the F-22's high maintenance costs, but it's hard to compare as these aircraft are designed for different performance levels. Due to its long-range capabilities, high speed, and formidable armament, the MiG-31 is well equipped for success in aerial combat scenarios. It utilizes a diverse range of combat tactics, from target identification and head-on assaults at the beginning of an air battle to rapid missile attacks on up to 4 targets consecutively. MiG-31 squadrons can effectively prevail in any air combat, even when facing advanced fifth-generation fighter jets like the J-20, T-50 PAC-FA, and F-35 as long as they are not eliminated before takeoff. However, this doesn't imply that the MiG-31 is a perfect fighter aircraft even today. In early 2006, following a training exercise with only 8 F-22S in Nevada in November 2005, Brigadier General Dave Scott, then commander of the 27th Fighter Squadron at Langley AFB, stated, "We killed 33 F-15Cs and had 0 losses. They never saw us coming." In June 2006, during the Northern Edge exercise, the largest joint military training in Alaska, the F-22A achieved high kill ratios over F-15, F-16, FA-18, and other Russian aircraft currently operational. Some analyses state that 12 F-22S achieved a 49% kill ratio overall, and an operating availability of 197%. Despite the F-22 having a high maintenance cost, it is also said to have high combat effectiveness. Despite being a formidable fighter, the MiG-31 does have drawbacks. Its S-800 radar, while one of the best of its time in the 1980s, was the first passive radar system mounted on a fighter jet, contributing to the aircraft's large size. The radar was known for consuming significant electrical power and lacked accuracy, especially for small radar cross-section targets. In scenarios where surprise attacks involve various weapons from air, sea, and ground forces, the MiG-31 might face disadvantages when compared to aircraft with more advanced modern radars, like the N035 Urbis on the Su-35 or active phased array radars found on Western fifth-generation fighters. These advanced radars excel at detecting very small radar cross-section targets and are challenging to jam. However, there are significant drawbacks to the F-22, one of which is the phenomenon of hypoxia-like symptoms experienced by F-22 pilots. This condition, known as Raptor cough, affects pilots' health and can even lead to unconsciousness. This has raised concerns and has been a major challenge to resolve. Moreover, MiG-31s are less agile and versatile in close-range dogfights compared to later-generation fighters like the Su-27, Su-30, which offer superior maneuverability and flexibility in air-to-air combat. Since the end of the Cold War, most conflicts have been regional or territorial disputes, involving smaller-scale confrontations. For nations without the need to defend vast territories or engage in total warfare with superpowers, multi-role fighters that can efficiently engage a wide range of targets both in the air and on the ground, such as the Su-27, F-15, and Rafale, prove to be more suitable and cost-effective than MiG-31 type interceptors. This is why the majority of the world has shifted toward multi-role fighters. Some experts have also pointed out design flaws, such as the corrosion issues related to the stealth coatings used, which have driven up maintenance costs. Furthermore, the F-22's oxygen system has been a vulnerability, leading to the Raptor cough issue. The U.S. Air Force has been working to replace the faulty OBOGS, onboard oxygen generation system valve. The design deficiencies have raised questions about the F-22's overall combat readiness and efficiency. Nonetheless, the Russian aerospace forces still see the value in maintaining a fleet of high-speed, heavy interceptor aircraft like the MiG-31 for defending extensive national borders. Alongside modern fighter jets like the Su-30 Su-35S, and the forthcoming Su-57, the MiG-31 continues to play a vital role in Russia's air defense strategy. The surprising fragility of its stealth coating results in the F-22 demanding maintenance 30 times the flight duration. It's also unable to fly in the rain or extreme weather conditions because its delicate stealth coating can be easily damaged, even by small hail. It takes more than a day for this coating to fully dry after application, and this maintenance accounts for half of the total operating cost. In conclusion, while the MiG-31 may be nearly 50 years old, it remains one of the world's best interceptor fighters with formidable capabilities. Its exceptional strengths allow it to confront even fifth-generation fighters as long as it doesn't get eliminated before it takes off. However, it's not a perfect aircraft, and its advantages and drawbacks need to be considered within the context of modern air combat requirements and tactics. Continuous computer and software issues have plagued the F-22, necessitating frequent checks of millions of lines of code. Additionally, the aircraft's structure faces problems, such as engine flameouts, as the body retains heat rather than dissipating it. The fuel delivery system has also experienced troubles. The MiG-31 aircraft is still considered the backbone of Russia's aerospace forces, providing the world's most formidable air defense capabilities for this country's air force. The multi-million-dollar radar-absorbing material used on the F-22 has faced challenges, with engineers unable to extend its lifespan beyond 18 months. This leads to a gradual loss of effectiveness and requires replacements. Furthermore, the aircraft's parts are not interchangeable, necessitating individual manufacturing, making maintenance complex and costly. In recent times, amidst economic challenges, Russian military engineers have created a series of new versions of the MiG-31 by replacing some old equipment with state-of-the-art technology, enhancing the combat capabilities of this Soviet-era fighter to new levels and allowing it to perform more complex and diverse missions compared to the MiG-31 of the Soviet era. F-22 units are often deployed to the Kadena Air Base in Okinawa, Japan, and Canada. During the first overseas deployment in 2007, 6 F-22s from the 27th Fighter Squadron flew from Hickam to Hawaii, but they encountered various software-related system issues. Despite these setbacks, F-22s have participated in training exercises in South Korea and Malaysia. Notable variants include the MiG-31K, which has been upgraded to carry out ground attack and anti-ship missions using the Kinzhal missile, a hypersonic missile with a speed of Mach 10 and the ability to carry nuclear warheads. The MiG-31 was selected for the Kinzhal missile because this type of missile requires launch from a high-flying, fast-moving aircraft, and there's no other aircraft in Russia's Air Force inventory better suited for this than the MiG-31 with its supersonic speed that can reach the stratosphere. During a large-scale exercise in 2012, Eurofighter Typhoons demonstrated the capability to easily defeat the F-22 in close combat. The F-22 excels at long-range combat, and its performance in close combat is less effective than initially expected. If long-range strikes fail, the F-22 faces a high risk of being shot down in close-range engagements. In March 2013, a U.S. Air Force F-22 intercepted an Iranian MQ-1 drone over the Persian Gulf. In addition to the MiG-31K, Russia is believed to have the MiG-31BM, the latest version, which has undergone a complete electronic system overhaul, including the installation of a new radar called Barrier M. This radar can detect up to 24 targets at a range of 320 kilometers and can engage 6 targets at a maximum range of 280 kilometers with the R-37 air-to-air missile, which reaches a speed of Mach 6. In September 2014, F-22S took part in combat missions as part of Operation Inherent Resolve, led by the U.S. in Syria. These missions aim to target ISIS locations. Between September 2014 and July 2015, F-22S carried out 204 combat sorties in Syrian territory, releasing approximately 270 bombs on around 60 targets. Throughout this deployment, F-22S provided air support and deterred Syrian, Iranian, and Russian aircraft from attacking U.S.-backed Kurdish forces in the Middle East. Moreover, there's a space version of the MiG-31 with unique features known as MiG-31 Ishim. This version has undergone changes in its central design to enable it to deploy a large number of small satellites into different orbits. The weight of the MiG-31 Ishim, along with the missiles it carries, can reach up to 50 tons. It has a range of 600 kilometers, reaches altitudes of 15 to 18 kilometers, and has a speed of 2,120 to 2,230 kilometers per h at launch. In November 2017, F-22S operated alongside B-52S in targeting poppy fields and drug production facilities in Taliban-controlled regions, further reinforcing their role in military operations. In February 2018, the F-22 played a critical role in intelligence gathering, surveillance, and reconnaissance during a U.S.-led operation in eastern Syria in support of anti-ISIS forces. However, the plan to take the MiG-31's capabilities beyond the stratosphere dates back to the Soviet era. During the Cold War years, the Soviet Union planned to develop anti-satellite missiles launched from the MiG-31. The development of these anti-satellite missiles was approved in 1984 and included a ground-based optoelectronic station, the 45ZH-6, the 79 M6 interceptor missile, and the MiG-31D as the launch vehicle. The project was suspended when the Soviet Union dissolved, but recent analysis suggests that Russia might be reviving the anti-satellite missile program that was left unfinished from the Soviet era. If Russia indeed succeeds in developing these anti-satellite missiles, it could have a game-changing strategic advantage in a full-scale conflict with NATO, as satellite communication has become vital for the military capabilities of this military alliance. Currently, the United States is developing an upgrade package that is expected to extend the operational life of the F-22 Raptor until 2060. However, the fate of the F-22 program remains uncertain. Should the U.S. decide to retire the F-22, Vietnam's Red River Association stands ready to welcome these aircraft to its inventory. It's important to note that of the 187 originally planned F-22S, only a portion were produced, with the U.S. Air Force eventually reducing its order due to various issues and high costs. By June 2020, 5 F-22S had been destroyed, and 6 others had suffered damage in unfortunate accidents. Tragically, 2 F-22 pilots lost their lives in these accidents.